I think this is where we'll open. We see a man in NATO fatigues, appears to be a U.S. soldier, kind of patrolling along. He's by himself. Up ahead, he sees a village that looks like it's been burned to the fucking ground. You can just see like the skeletal remains of the houses and shit like that. But it doesn't look like it's still smoldering. It looks like it's days, a week old, something like that. You know, like there's no smoke coming off of it. It's just the remains of this burnt out building. But he sees people in that village. And what does Sully look like anyway, Chris?
White dude, close cropped hair and beard, blonde, average height, probably 5'10", 6 feet, lean, cut, typical special forces kind of guy. I'm assuming the beard growth's gone a little awry at this point. But super good shape. Yeah, I would say that's about it.
All right. So yeah, so it's morning, so the sun's starting to come up, and you can just ahead see that burned up village. And like I said, you see people. You do see civilians. What appear to be civilians. You don't see anybody in uniform.
So he slings his sniper rifle so he doesn't appear threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And just walks towards the village cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have his hands in the air or anything, but just do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been a minute since he's seen anybody and would like to actually maybe find some kind of shelter or something if there's... And people, see if they have any information.
Mm-hmm.
Where, if they've seen any other NATO troops, any of that.
Well, and we kind of talked about this like before we started recording. What do you think he's been up to since he got separated from Murph way back when?
Avoiding what he considers enemy combatants, and kind of basically just using his survival skills, which I wonder if he has. Naturally, he doesn't have survival skills, but besides,
yeah, but what's his intelligence though?
B.
Yeah, see, so he's at least rolling a B. So
yeah,
that's
no,
not too
I mean
terrible.
he's fine, and he's got the SEER training, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he should be able to survive.
But what does the SEER training give him the bonus? Again, specifically,
I think it's just psyops. I would need to look it up.
I think it's interrogation.
that's what I thought too. I thought it was resisting interrogation. I mean, it would make sense if it gave him a bonus in survival stuff, just because that's part of the SEER acronym.
I wasn't thinking about it mechanically.
I know, but I suddenly was curious. At that point, I was like, wait a minute. It's like what it is, so...
But yeah, living off the land, basically keeping to himself, just going place to sleep to place to sleep. Mm-hmm. And if he sees any Soviet or basically any non-NATO troops, he avoids them.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find a friendly place to hunker down and get info.
Mm-hmm. And where do you think he's headed to? Like, what do you think does he have a place he's headed to? What do you think his, in general, motive is? And I'm curious at this point.
Find an American unit.
Okay.
As far as what direction he's heading to,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess based on the way that the war was, he'd probably be... Wouldn't you think he'd be heading east?
West, probably.
Or,
I mean,
yeah,
you guys are
I
pretty
guess.
far. Yeah, I mean, well, and here's the other thing, too. Him and Murph would have been separated, like, months ago. It would have been, like, in the fall, right? Because, like, Murph wasn't anything to do with Operation Reset, because that was, like, 6-8 months after Murphy got captured. So, Sully would have probably been involved in Operation Reset in some fashion. So, like, in that whole thing, probably. just for, canonical timeline kind of thing. But anyway, so you come walking up towards this village, and farmer, Jablonski, right? Am I getting the name right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that is right.
Jablonski. You see a NATO soldier come walking up. Like he's off a little ways away, but he's walking towards the village.
How do you do, Mr. Soldier? What brings you here?
I speak English. That's pretty fucking good luck on my part.
I speak a little.
No harm meant to you whatsoever. I'm just looking, really just, I've just been out here since I got separated from my unit. Honestly, I'm just surviving out here. I saw your village and wanted to come see if you had any information, maybe someplace I could get a little shelter.
There is unfortunately not much left of this village. It's been decimated by, I guess what they're calling a plague, as well as those who would stop said plague. So, unfortunately, you are a bit late for the busting metropolis.
And by the way, he's obviously been living off the land for quite some time, so he's dirty as fuck. Just,
Mm-hmm.
So not well put together anymore. Have you seen any other NATO troops or anybody coming through here? Anything like that?
We've had soldiers around, people running from this, that, and the other, refugees. I mean, we're on a fairly used thoroughfare heading towards the city, so we see lots of people, but avoiding them has been the easiest thing to crack out.
Well, really hoping not to, run into any Russian troops, you know what I mean?
Having dealt with said troops, I would say that's in the best interest. While there is meager anything around here, you're welcome to, stay and rest, whatever you need. Unfortunately, survival is our biggest thought right now.
I really appreciate that, brother. I've been out here just, I look at your village, I see you guys ain't doing much better, but I've just been trying to survive,
Yep. You remind me of some American friends that came through not too long ago that before I got sick, we went on a little adventure, but it seems like a lifetime ago.
Who were they?
Well, I know there was a man from Hawaii. Didn't talk much, but seemed like a good, I believe a captain, if I remember correctly. A Polish mechanic, a man from a farm, and an angry guy that talked like you.
We're all fucking angry, man.
Oh no, that is not what I think we need much of is anger at the moment.
I'm just kidding. It's the reputation of people where I'm from. I'm just joking. I'm not an angry man. I would want to help you as much as I hope you want to help me. We're all humans here.
Again, sir, whatever I have, you're welcome to. Love to help. Unfortunately, everything I've placed my hands into lately has, as you can see behind me, been burnt to the ground.
And I still got some rations left and some water that I scraped up along my travels. I'd be happy to share with you, too.
And I see you have a weapon, sir. Those are few and far between.
Not really good in close quarters, but you put me a ways away and I can hit a fly in a bull's ass. You know what I mean?
Anna, you see Farmer over there talking with this other guy.
In Polish. Mr. Jablonski, are you Are you okay? Is everything good?
Yeah, it seems the soldier's passing through. Kind of a wandering man, lost. Looks like he's definitely been out in the world for a very long time. Seems harmless. Not sure what his major goal is, but seems interested in just rest and recuperation at the moment.
Tell him we'll be eating soon. They're getting dinner around soon.
Soldier, I did not catch your name.
I'm sorry, sir. My name's Jimmy Sullivan. Everyone calls me Sully.
Sully, great to meet you, sir. I am Leonard. Leonard Jablonski. I'm a farmer from this town. I grew up here. Again, you'd look much better than this. What's left of this village, you are welcome to stay with us and eat. Clean yourself up, whatever you would require. Again, no, very meager here, but what we have, we offer.
Lenny, you're too kind. Is it okay if I call you Lenny?
Absolutely, sir.
Too kind. I'm really sorry what happened to your village here. But yeah, I obviously, I mean, don't harm. Same thing, man. We're just humans. Fuck this war.
Hey, Kyle, in the tradition of all of our games, would you roll for weather for me, please?
I thought you were going to say Sully's a child, so we should shoot him. I thought that's where you were going.
I rolled a 3, sir.
All right, so we'll say it's cloudy.
Why is he a child?
No, just Kyle's trouble with youth. Youths.
The Utes.
The
Two
Utes.
Hello, youths.
The 2 youths.
Where are you heading when it's all said and done?
Lenny, that's a good fucking question. I don't know.
Most who take this road are heading to Krakow in search of a free society and churches, people, perhaps comfortability. Unfortunately, my last journey was fraught with illness and riots and a very short stint for myself. But my group, I believe, made it in, last I heard. So perhaps what you seek is there. From what I'm told, information, if you must know anything, it is where anything can be found for the right price.
I mean, free sounds good, Lenny, but I like that idea. But, there's a part of me that would just like to get rid of this uniform, not even worry about that shit. I'm sick. I am sick of this shit. How that all went down. I don't want to see any more war. Nothing. I don't know. I just want to see if there's anything good left in this world.
As do I. I would prefer my homeland be given back to our people and rebuilt. That seems light years away, though.
Please, I mean no disrespect at all or anything, but at least you know what your world is. I have no idea what the hell is waiting for me back home if I was ever to get there. It's probably a big fucking mushroom cloud.
This is true. I have heard bombs have been placed everywhere. The apocalypse has begun.
I would love to find a place to, I don't know, a community. Settle down, build a new, like a fresh start. You know what I mean?
Mr. Jablonski, they've got lunch ready to go. Oh, yes. Hello, my name is Anna Kaminska. And you are?
Nice to meet you, Anna. I go by Sully, Jimmy Sullivan. Everybody calls me Sully. It's one of those things.
We should stay off the road, or at least you should stay off the road. The shepherd's flock is very, very active in this area.
apparently, I didn't know who they were. I've seen some of their handiwork, you know what I mean?
Yes, they are a bit on the extreme side, but we should get you away from the road and visibility, because even if they see you, they may take it out on the rest of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your hospitality.
Are you heading to Krakow with us?
Sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, Anna. I don't got a plan.
Many of us do not. We are working one day at a time. But you are welcome to join us.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not really looking to get back, find U.S. troops and get back in the war and any of that shit. I'm kind of done with this.
If you want to build, you are in the right place.
That sounds great to me.
If your heart is kind and treat us with respect and the people around, you will be welcome here.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I've been wandering around here for a long fucking time.
The road is a hard place for a single person. We should stay together as a group. It's much safer.
I would absolutely love that. And I would contribute in any way that I can.
Perhaps bathing in the river first.
Yeah, it's been a minute on that one. I do what I can. One kind of cool thing, though, sleeping under the stars is pretty fucking cool out here.
One of you guys, roll me a recon roll. Whoever has the best one.
That's gonna be Sully.
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Sully's a B and a B.
Still best, yep.
2d10s. 1 success.
Okay. That's what I need to know. All right, so you guys were going to go have breakfast and wash up. Well, wash up, then have breakfast?
Something like that, yeah.
This brunch.
Okay. Yeah, because you are right near the river, so you would be able to clean up at the river if you wanted to, Sully. Refill your canteens, shit like that.
Yeah, smell like a fucking donkey over here.
All right, so they're all getting the breakfast together, and you're coming back from the river, and you go up and over that berm, and off in the distance, you see about 30 or 40 horses and people on these horses.
That's not good.
Fuck.
And they seem to be riding southwest, like along the road towards y'all. You notice them off to the northeast.
What the fuck is that?
Ref, I don't remember if we established A, how many people were in this small group, B, what makeup they were?
A bunch of the civilians and people that were refugees from, what's his name's fucking
Father Roberts.
Oh, from Yuri's.
Or no?
Yeah, from Yuri. Yeah, there's like a conglomerate of like Father Roberts people and the people from that were at Yuri's castle.
Okay.
That got out.
But Polish? Like how many?
Predominantly. Yeah. Pretty much mostly Poles. Yeah. Mostly Polish refugees.
Okay. And some of them not, I take it?
I mean, Sully, at the very least.
At the very least. No, I just mean the group. I'm just curious as to like how on guard are they as far as...
Roll me a d6. Roll me a d6.
You got it. 2.
There's a couple other people there that are American.
Okay, so accustomed to hiding.
Well,
from
a couple
Shepherd's
people
flock.
that are American, like other NATO, like
Sure,
other
sure,
foreigners,
sure.
at the very least. Yes. If not American, then British or
French,
Dutch or
whatever.
French, German.
In
Gotcha.
uniform, do you think, or have they assimilated?
Well, I mean, the fatigues give you a bonus to recon for infiltrating, so Probably in fatigues. I would wear them.
Yeah, just to feel like you also stand out like a sore thumb, maybe.
Just take a knife to the name tag.
What? I mean, nightmare.
Yeah, I would think Sully has already done that. That's part of the training behind enemy lines, right? Yeah, but
Is it?
depending if you're worried about getting caught, yeah, you try to make yourself
That name tag's not going to keep you from getting caught.
No,
That's,
no. Information that can be used against you.
Well, yeah, but the thing that you're supposed
Name,
to tell
rank,
them is
serial
your
Rank
name,
and serial number.
name, rank,
I
serial number.
understand
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Name.
yeah. I would think all patches would be gone, but
I was just trying to establish whether or not we were going to hide people, was all.
So currently, there's approximately just shy of 20 people total with y'all, and like all in all with everybody, and yeah, it's like we'll say 3 of them, counting Sully, are non-Poles.
Deal.
So
Anna still hasn't seen anything yet because Sully was the one that saw it on the top of the berm. I was just trying to get.
Yeah, so you saw him, Sully, but they have not seen you yet.
so he backtracks down the berm. He's like, "There's a bunch of horses over there."
Yeah, I mean, you've also been in the area enough, so you know about marauders and other groups that,
It's
with ill intent in
There's
general.
a big group of people coming on horseback. Estimate, what'd you say, 30-ish?
40 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, like 40 of these fuckers. Is this common?
No, not common, and odds are they're probably not friendly. I think we should take cover and hope they pass.
So y'all gonna try to hide? Is that the plan? Or are you gonna try to hide just the specific people?
That's what Anna would do, is just try to hide the specific people. And if that means like Mr. Jablonski or maybe a couple other Poles help hide those ones, or like, at least stand near their hiding place to act as a distraction or whatever, you know what I mean?
To assist in hiding.
Sure.
I'm with you.
I mean, just a thought here. I mean, it could go off and use the recon to basically act as Overwatch.
You could. There's 3 other people that still got hidden.
Actually, he's gonna say, if you think these people got ill intent towards you, I can go off a ways and give you cover.
The other thing was this area where y'all were was like a little pocket of like houses / trees in the middle of fields. So there's not a lot of like.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places you can really go to. You'd have to go to the river side of the berm and then like up down the river and go from there.
I'm saying first you would have to like move to a place is what I'm saying without them then spotting you. I'm just warning you ahead of time. But it would also be like through the open. You know what I mean? I mean, you could try to crawl through the fucking fields like a sniper with a ghillie suit on if you want.
All right,
it would be overgrown. I mean,
yeah.
Was it June?
I was thinking he just goes out a couple 100 yards and lays in the field.
Yeah, and that's fine. I was just warning you as far as recon bonuses.
I got you.
Go.
No. I was thinking he wanders off a couple 100 yards, sets up shop, and if anything goes down, he can be the angel from on high.
Yep.
Kind of what he's used to.
Anna's coordinating getting the other people hidden.
Sounds good. Jeremy, roll me. If you're doing that, we're going to count them as U.S. soldiers. So you guys are going to give them a bonus to hide the other 2. So the other 2 that are with you, we'll count them as just like soldiers.
Sure.
So say a +3 to help them hide. You know what I mean? So their bonus with +3, go ahead and roll me an A and a B.
Nice.
And then Chris, roll your recon.
Fucking duck. Can I push that?
It is a pushable roll.
I got a 2 and a 3. If I push it, who's taking the stress?
The NATO guys.
All right. Well,
we'll say Anna actually, because she's the PC. So
that's
Anna.
you know what? That's fair because she's trying to. All right. I'll take that stress. That's fine.
Sully got 10-4, good buddy. So 2 successes and a nut.
Do you want to push that roll because it's an opposed one?
Yeah.
And if they get 2, it negates yours.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
6. So 3 total.
Okay. Jeremy.
I got a 6 and a 2.
Okay.
So 1 success, but no stress.
All
so
right.
there's that.
There you go.
So what did you get, Chris? You ended up with just the 2.
You got 3.
Or did you get
3.
successes?
I rolled a 10 and a 4
3.
and then a 6.
Okay, so 1 success and 3 successes. All right, so tell me what that looks like, Chris. Like you crawling out.
So yeah, he kind of like slight jog out because they can't really see over the berm yet, right?
Well, they're down the road. When you came up the berm from the river, then looked down the road, you saw them down that way. They just it didn't seem like they noticed you yet.
So yeah, he kind of does the not crawl, but like fast crouch, you know. His way out a couple hundred yards, and the whole time he's like muttering to himself, like, I just finally found these fucking people, and I'm already back to doing this shit. I just want some fucking peace. Well, these guys are gonna take me in. I'll do what I can to help keep them alive. I hope these people just pass by. Fuck. So,
all right. Yeah, roll me a mobility roll so that we can determine how far you actually made it out before they got to the village.
I got you. That's an A and a D.
You like that, Jeremy?
I do. I like that.
6 and a 2.
All right, so you're actually only able to make it out about 75 meters
Okay.
before they get to town.
Okay, and yeah, he sets up shop. He knows how to like create a bit of cover and not cover, but camouflage-ish. You know, not just hiding.
Right.
He's got his scope trained on them coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a hasty location. It would basically be like he got to a spot and stopped and like is watching. Like it's not anything fancy.
I totally get it, but I'm saying
Yeah.
he's better at it than like I would be.
Yeah. Jeremy, what kind of hasty hiding are you doing with them?
So, trying to get them hidden into some of the burned out buildings and just under some of the debris, just throwing any debris, like doors that fell down. Like here, behind this door. And then, yeah. And you stand here, and if anyone comes by, you kind of distract them. Because she's not trying to hide everybody. You know, just very selective ones. So
Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying there's like 3 other non-poles that are
Right.
Yeah.
So trying to hide them in the burned out buildings in different spots, and at each spot have a pole there to kind of be in the way as far as a distraction for each of them.
I'm with you. Okay. So this group comes riding up and in Polish, like, hello, what happened here?
Good morning. Yeah, this village has been burned out before we got here. We're not really sure what happened here.
Yeah, we saw there was a church up the road too that had been burned down.
Yeah, we passed by that yesterday before we got here. We were just making camp before we headed into Krakow.
They're kind of looking around at like the people that are here. You know what I mean? That they can see.
We
And,
don't have a lot of supplies, but you're welcome to sit and eat with us.
We're not looking for supplies. And they're kind of like looking. It's almost like they're looking over you. You know what I mean? Like past you. And he kind of like whistles and like snaps, and like a couple of guys get off the horses and start like looking around the village. And you can see this through your scope, Chris. And he looks back at you, Anna, and Farmer, and he's like, "Are there any non-Poles, any foreigners here? I don't know why I'm doing this in the accent."
I'm not sure why you're doing the accent.
I don't know either. Are there any non-Poles here? Any foreigners?
No. And this this is where I would like to use the persuasion.
Oh, of course. Of
with
course.
psyops. No, we wouldn't have any of them here. They're the ones that caused all these fucking problems.
Yes, they are. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't any here.
If there are any here, and you find them, I'll help you put them down.
Okay, so you're going to try to convince him that...
To fuck off.
To fuck off.
We will try to get... We.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
are you helping? Come
I'm
on,
assisting in
Jablonski. I would love the assistance, please. Please.
All right, so let's go to the negotiation thing I'm going to do. Social conflict.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right, so you have more people on your side. Nope.
Nope.
Nope, they do, so they got a +1 on that.
I'm aware.
+1 on their side. Your opponent has more people on their side. That's a -1 on your side.
Okay.
What you ask for doesn't cost your opponent anything. I mean, it doesn't.
It doesn't
It's
cost them
just to
move
fuck
on.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Your opponent has nothing to gain from. I'm just going to call that a wash, just because they're both like. No, you get a +1 for that, so that's going to negate that one. Your opponent has suffered damage or stress. No. Your opponent's sick. Nope. Your opponent is held captive by you. Nope. 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 And no. Okay.
Flat roll?
But you'll get a +1 from Jablonski. And
A
yeah.
total plus... So, negative
+1
one...
from
Negative
Jablonski.
one... Okay, +1 from Jablonski.
And then a -1, but there was a +1, so it should just be a +1 from Jablonski.
Deal.
Can this chick talk?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to oversell it, but it's like the one thing she's good at. So if I fucking screw the pooch, it's because the dice hate us.
All right, so let me roll their shit. Let me get their stats up first.
+100.
So, Kyle, Anna, before the war, was a college professor. And was drafted once the war started. Much like Noah, except she had many terms before she got drafted. So she was like a tenured professor.
She had patches on the elbows and everything.
Yep.
All right, Jeremy. So you're trying to convince him that, like, A, there's no foreigners here, and B, if there were, you would have told them to fuck off, basically.
Right. That we're on their side, and there's nothing to find here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a 10. And that's a 7.
3 successes?
No, I guess there's no pushing on that one then.
No.
It's the most it can be. All right, so the guys kind of like that had got off the horses are kind of walking around, just like looking. You know what I mean? Like they're doing a cursory look and kind of just chatting with people as they're walking around. And he's kind of like looking about, and he's like, "We'll probably be back through later at some point. If you do see any foreigners, would you let us know?"
Where are you typically based, so we can possibly send runners if we come across any that are too large for us?
That won't be necessary.
Oh, okay. But then how would we tell you other than?
We will be back through later.
Oh, very well. Yeah. If we haven't handled with them ourselves, then we will let you know, of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to let you know, we don't intend on staying here very long. We were just going to lunch and or eat and be on our way back to Krakow. Or not back to, but on our way to Krakow.
Understand. Well, if I run into you again, let us know.
Of course. Yeah. What is your name? Doesn't matter.
Does not matter. He kind of like signals to everybody else, and they all get back on their horses. And
Fuck right off.
he does tell you his name, though.
Sure.
He's like, my name is Adalbert.
Adalbert?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
And they all get back on their horses and continue on their way.
She starts humming the Polish national anthem. I don't know what it is, but
I don't either.
But it's being hummed.
And like
She knows what it is.
she knows what it is. Of course she knows what it is. And slowly convincing the other members of her group to start singing it and giving them like this send off with using the Polish national anthem.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I would have given you a bonus for that one.
Can I get a challenge point?
No.
Damn it!
But yeah, so Chris, that's what Sully sees also from a distance. So
the whole time he was watching, he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then after they start walking off, he's like, thank God.
And yeah. So they ride off and you don't see him anymore. What do you guys want to do?
That seemed like a bit of a close call there. Wonder what they were after, who they were with. They seemed a little more organized than your average band of raiders.
I should have done this ahead of time. Can I roll for, let me see, tactician?
Yes.
Yeah, tactician is the one. It's not great, but it's roll command, and it gives information organization and objectives. 5 and a 5. It's so I made assumptions.
Is that a recon roll or is it a
command?
It's a command. When you spot an enemy force, if you succeed, roll command when you spot an enemy force.
Right.
If you succeed, the ref must tell you something useful about their current organization and objectives.
Okay. It does not say it's a passive roll, so that means it's pushable.
Do it.
Fine. If I take stress, I'm going to blame you, Pat. Oh, that's an 8 and a 6.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're 100% sure that this was Shepherd's Flock.
That's what I was just thinking.
Actually, the
Thanks,
guy's name, Adalbert, you know that's the guy that's in charge of Shepherd's Flock. Like, he is the guy in charge of it.
Fuck.
But you were also outnumbered 2-1 with armed people.
Oh, no. No. Okay. All right. Because Anna... All right. So Anna's motivations are to rebuild the world better. And obviously,
Build back better.
Shepherd's Flock is not her fucking deal. And we now have Sully. Holy fuck. Let's do some hunting.
I have a club.
You have a club?
That's it.
All right. So we're going to get these people to crack off. And those people are going down. Like, new mission. Anna's got a new mission. Safety? Fuck that guy.
So do you know who I don't think they were raiders. They seemed more organized than that. And I got a creepy vibe from that guy.
That was Adalbert. He's the leader of Shepherd's Flock. He is the one in charge.
These are the people that set the church on fire, that have caused all the commotion. I believe killed my parents.
Why would they have killed your parents?
I think they were in the church or something we talked about at one point in time. Or were some of those people?
Yeah, see...
They didn't set the church on fire.
Let me backtrack. Just because someone theorized that Shepherd's Flock set the church on fire...
Again, it was said by
doesn't
something
mean
other than
Shepherd's Flock set the church on fire. Because shortly after that, another group came in and burned everything down because of a disease.
Yes, but they did it from a helicopter. This did not seem helicopter.
They didn't do it from a helicopter. It was artillery. And they used napalm, which would also set the church on fire. Or not napalm, they used woolly pea. Which was somewhat weirdly similar to how the church was burning.
That's weird.
Just saying.
Never mind, I stand corrected. I can still be mad at Shepherd's flock.
If we want to backdraft this.
Backdraft.
Don't open the door, the fire will go.
I just meant, like, investigate the cause of the fire.
Yeah.
Like, it was caused with an accelerant, which is why it kept catching everybody on fire, and they had to roll around outside.
Yeah, lost of character. I'm aware.
Yeah. No, in the church fire, I mean. But
Would we have put 2 and 2 together after the village got shelled?
I thought it would have seemed relatively obvious, but y'all went
Yes.
straight for
Seriously?
that the shepherd's flock burned a church down, and I was like,
We even got to see the blue truck driving away. I mean,
Yeah.
well, actually, Harrison and Stanislav saw the truck before they got to the thing, so they put it together, but they're dead, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know if they burned the church, but I've seen some of the people on crosses that they've put up, and they burned them.
Also, in this guy's defense, he literally just mentioned the church. Because he asked, like, in that conversation, like, about that.
Also true, yeah.
So, just want to throw that out there. Meta knowledge.
I think possibly, though, if he was out of the equation,
Life would be better in general.
he's not trying to make the world a better place. He's trying to make the world his place. And he's just as bad, if not worse,
Than the Russians.
than the Russians or the Americans. They were just boxing it out and happened to be the ring that they were in.
Yeah, you know, Jeremy, that he used to be a priest. That then later became a cult leader, essentially.
Fun.
As you do. I feel better about leaving this place now.
We'll definitely be safer in the city.
Can we make the assumption that Sully comes trotting up at...
Yeah, that's what I figured.
The coast is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. You wave them in? Okay.
I was waiting for you to say you came in because they were. You
Yeah,
saw
but
them leave.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
step on anybody's toes that were talking.
It's all in Polish anyways, so you speak Polish?
Yeah, so he comes up and he's like, who are those fucking guys?
Mr. Sully, we talked a bit about those shepherd's flock that we wanted to avoid.
Not only was that the shepherd's flock, but that was the leader of shepherd's flock.
Oh, that's not good.
He's a bad man.
That's not good. Let's avoid those people, huh?
If we were better equipped, we could take him out, but I fear we don't have the resources.
What rifle are you carrying?
Yes.
No.
Guess.
Oh, guess? Well, don't tell me it's a 50 cal.
It is. He was part of the same team as Murph.
Okay.
Murph got his 50 cal from the back of a truck.
That's absolutely true.
Sully left with the other 50 cal.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, he's walking with a personal howitzer.
Did you find that, or are you any good with that rifle that you have?
I'm pretty good with it. This is my issued weapon.
Then do not issue those to normal soldiers. What was your MOS?
Doesn't matter. I'm a shooter.
Okay, we have a bad man that would be better rid of, and a man with a rifle that can shoot a kilometer away.
Give or take, whatever. I thought we wanted to get away from this shit.
That man will make things so much worse for everyone.
Sully has seen the people, like, in, like, small villages, and on the roads, things like that, like, crucified.
He's the one responsible for putting people up on crosses and setting them on fire.
By the way, that's not actually in the referee manual about them getting set on fire. That was just a me adding it thing. But
To make
anyway.
it worse. Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, they would have had to cross the same bridges and go through the same towns as we've already established.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just saying that for like public knowledge out there.
I just want to point out, thanks to Stanislav, this group didn't step on a mine.
That is true.
In fact, we took the mine.
I mean, look, I appreciate you guys taking me in, and you know, whatever I can do to help, I'm good with. I really just look forward to a peaceful life, you know?
I understand that, and so do I. So our first priority is to get these people back, get them to crack off into some kind of safety. But then after that, I think I will pay that man another visit.
Here's the thing, right? Let's say we take him out. We kill him. Then his people are going to come and want to kill us. And then it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're just acting like a small group of the big group that caused all this shit in the first place.
But here's the thing. If he goes, maybe it takes some of the wind out of the movement.
When you take a shepherd away from his flock, the flock will wander and die.
If anything, there will be a power vacuum and people fighting, and then there will be less strength behind it. And hopefully it will dissolve and not be a threat to the rest of the countryside.
Yeah, I get the concept, right? Whatever you want to do. I get it. This ain't my first rodeo. My job was to take out leadership, kill officers. That way their troops are unmanaged, undisciplined. You cut the head off the snake, you hope the snake dies. I get it.
I'd say you've been placed with us for a reason, then, there, sir.
I was Polish intelligence before this, and I can tell you that man is trouble.
He will let nobody get peace. Nobody around here. So if peace is what you seek, he must be taken care of.
You're Polish intelligence, huh?
In the former life.
Yeah, well, I hope you're better at your job than the Americans are. Fucking intelligence, that's a misnomer if there ever was one.
Cole is angry at that.
From his grave. Oddly enough, Anna knows Cole.
Cole's sitting down by the river Styx doing grenade fishing and like shaking his fist.
You son of a bitch!
We knew things, we just miscalculated.
They just knew things too. They had intel about our intel.
I mean, Miss Anna, I'm sure you get the gist of what my job was. So, you know, I get this, and you're the people. Your type of people are the ones that give me my targets. So I get it. I thought I left that life there. I hoped and prayed. I kind of left that life behind, you know?
Here's the thing, Mr. Sullivan. Any man that carries a firearm expects to use it. And if you are going to use it, you should use it in defense of the weak and the powerless, no? And this man is preying on the weak and the powerless.
That's a fair fucking point you got there. All right.
If you want peace without guns and violence, put it down.
Nah, it can be a tool. A useful one.
I do not... Here's the thing. You do not have to do this. I will feed you. We will make sure you have the things you need. But also, there are no demands here. This is of your own choice. Your own choosing. I think push comes to shove, you will help us out.
Absolutely.
You do not have to do this. I am saying only that maybe it is your calling.
You should, but you do not have to. I have no weapon. I have no choice.
I roll persuade. No, I'm kidding. That's not that game.
Nah, you got me. I want to do I always want to do the right thing. That's kind of, after all this shit went down, that's what I said I wanted to do. Live my life the right way. Do the right thing. You know, try to bring some good to what's left of this fucking world.
Time is of the essence. Let us enjoy a meal before we head west.
So Father Roberts walks up, and because he's here, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember that? Yeah. So Father Roberts walks up. He's like, "Excuse me, what's Anna's last name?"
Kaminska.
Excuse me, Miss Kaminska, Mr. Jablonski. The meal is ready. If you would like to join us, and Mr. Sullivan, was that your name?
Yes, Father. Sully. You can call me Sully. Everybody does.
Thank you, Father.
I assume we're intending on heading into Krakow soon.
Yes. My apologies, Mr. Sullivan. That I immediately switched to Polish. Yes. Well, we will continue to Krakow after we eat. Yes.
Oh, Father Roberts was smart enough to come up and speak in English so that
Anna forgot for a moment because everybody else is Polish. And also, he just got here and she doesn't care.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm worried about what Mr. Jablonski had said about the issue with the illness and the gates. I'm curious if they will let us in still.
Your association with the church will help you immensely in this regard. We did not have that advantage.
Anyway, the meal is ready, so...
Mr. Jablonski has informed me, because I'm pretty sure he knew this way before, that it is possible to gain citizenship. So perhaps we will see if some of us can be indentured servants for a while and work our way to citizenship.
Perhaps I will try to reach the cardinal and see if I can assist in any way.
Of course. Many of these people are just trying to find safety and are willing to work for that reason, to that end.
And Father Roberts goes off to do his thing. I just wanted to make sure he jumped in. It's like, hey, guys.
Hey,
Still alive, guys. Still here.
And
Hey, guys. Father Roberts is here. Remember me?
Hey, Dr. Nick!
All right, so we eat breakfast / lunch.
Eating, drinking, carrying on.
I picture them sitting around eating, talking, etc.
I mean, we are a shift and a half from getting into Krakow proper.
Yeah. I mean, do we have more role play to do at this point? Anyway,
I don't know. What's your guys' plan?
I need a weapon, but I don't think there's any way to get one here. All I have is a club. I'm sorry, a bat with a nail in it.
I'm trying to figure out if some of these civilians might have weapons.
Yeah.
Some, not many.
As I've already
somebody roll me a d6.
Gained the Loot Goblin moniker. I'm trying not to do.
Loot Goblin, roll a d6 to see who's got weapons.
What did I get? I got a 6.
Did you get a 6?
Yeah, I did.
All right, I'd say out of the 8, there's about 9 other weapons here. So
Nice.
probably a couple of them are the NATO guys, or like the German and the.
We've established he's German.
Well, there's 100% a German here.
All right, deal.
And his name is Hans.
Of course.
Hans Gruber.
Now it is. It is 100% Hans Gruber. Yes.
The Metatron.
And so there is at least one German, another guy that's Dutch, and what did I say? English, I think. So now let's say French, just to round it out. We haven't had a Frenchman yet, so there we go. Now I'll butcher those accents as well. And yeah, so they probably have some of the weapons at the very least. So of the 9.
I mean, Sully has his sniper rifle and a 45, but I don't think he'd just be like, here, take
I wasn't counting that as
Yeah.
some of the 9.
Take,
but yeah.
take my sidearm.
There you go. Farmer.
Day.
I said he wasn't like, hey, take my sidearm.
Oh, never mind. Womp womp.
I would inquire about trying to find a weapon at some point in time. I am unaware of when the best time to do that is.
Looting off of a dead person.
Yeah, but you got to kill the guy in order to get something out of a dead guy.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
I'll keep my spiked club for now.
When push comes to shove, if you need a weapon, he'll give you his 45.
And so we see them all eating. And what is your plan? Like, when would y'all decide to start heading?
As soon as lunch is over.
Okay.
Breakfast. I'm sorry. As soon as
or
breakfast is over.
Whatever
So the day
a brunch
shift?
meal is. Yes. Yeah.
So you'd be arriving in town in the evening.
I don't think we would go into town. Okay, just based off of meta knowledge of what's like player knowledge of what's going on in Krakow. I don't think they would go to the gate in the evening time, just because they would see how kind of fucked up it is, and they'd wait for the daytime to kind of. It's easier to get into a city with gates during the day.
Yeah, that is true. 100%.
So,
Unless you're sneaking in.
I was going to say it's easier
Unless you're
legally.
sneaking in.
Yeah.
but
They're
you
not
know,
trying to sneak in. Yeah.
Exactly, trying to be legit about it.
Yeah.
For now, TV.
By the way, like when they're doing this talking, planning, what's our plan? Sully's pretty quiet and doesn't chime in on the planning. He just literally wants to be along for the ride. He doesn't want to like try to interject or be any. Like, he's an outsider. Doesn't want to be like I don't know, like stick his nose where he doesn't think it belongs.
So lazy.
Trying to be respectful.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So your guys' plan would probably be to stay the night and head out in the morning then?
No, they're gonna go now, but by the like camp outside the gates, so that way they can go to the gate directly in the morning.
Okay. All right. All right. So you guys start to head towards Krakow. Someone roll me a recon roll.
Our best recon, Chris.
Chris is recon. I'm survival.
B and a B.
And someone roll me. You're on a road hex.
We're on a
don't
road.
worry.
Oh.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm good at.
Do I get a bonus on the recon for that?
Nope. Just flat.
5 and a 6. So 1.
One success?
Yep.
Father Robert stepped on a landmine and we all died.
All right. So as you're going along, you're headed in towards Krakow, and you make that first 10-kilometer hex to your southwest, and you actually see a roadblock up ahead. But it's like you're 20 kilometers outside of Krakow at this point. But it's like a couple trucks pulled off, and they made like a serpentine, pull through area for vehicles, but they have that section kind of blocked off. Yes, Jeremy.
I would like to roll the tactician thing.
Be my guest.
All right. Hopefully it don't suck. Don't suck. It sucks. It sucks very bad.
Would you like to push that roll?
It's a 1 and a 4. It's worth it. It's these people, their livelihood it's worth it. So 1 point of stress, 1 success. I got a 6.
Okay. So you look up there and you're looking at it, and at first it looks like it's a couple vehicles that are like I said, that created like a little serpentine, section kind of blocking off the area, and they have a pretty good view of like the area coming up to that point. So if you continue on in that direction, they would spot you and you would have to backtrack and go around.
Okay.
All of this is irrelevant mostly. The important part is when you see them, you kind of recognize like there's uniforms. Some of them are wearing camis and stuff like that, mostly for the benefit, you would assume, of the,
Recon.
recon roles that they would get. Right. But they're all kind of mismatched and hodgepodge together. You know what I mean? Like they're not all wearing the same uniform. Some are wearing flaks that are like different than the camis go with. You know what I mean? So you can tell by looking at them that whatever they're wearing, they scavenged. You know what I mean? Like the helmet came from, you know, the Germans, but the flak came from the Finnish. You know what I mean? Or like it's mismatched. You know, and they're not wearing the same gear. And that was like the best way to interpret it into what your thing was.
So organization and objectives.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Yeah. Organization.
It's kind of
hodgepodged together.
Yeah, organization-wise, it's like not only is it hodgepodge, but like an individual will be wearing gear from different things, and so none of it looks like it was issued gear at that point. It looks
not
more
an
like
immediate disqualifier, but okay.
Right. But you also see a couple horses back behind the vehicles, and you can see a guy in like a robe back there as well. And based upon kind of the feel that you're getting from it, from all of this, you kind of are thinking at the very least this is a marauder group, and more than likely it's Shepherd's Flock setting up a roadblock of some sort for their own purposes. But the more concerning part about it is part of the roadblock is APCs that are like those are what the vehicles are. Is like there's one of them's like a US APC, so it's basically a Bradley.
Yep.
And so you kind of piece that together too. You're like, oh fuck, they have armored vehicles as well.